Walter Scott Jr., born on September 23, 1943, in Fort Worth, Texas, was a cherished American singer best known as one of the founding members of the iconic R&B group The Whispers. Alongside his identical twin brother Wallace, Scotty, Walter dedicated over 6 decades to a remarkable music career that shaped the soundtrack of multiple generations. His life, filled with passion, precision, and perseverance, came to a peaceful close on June 26, 2025, at the age of 81, in the same city where it all began, Fort Worth. His death, alongside his twin brother, marked the end of an era, but also immortalized the legacy they created together. Early life and musical beginnings. Walter Scott Jr. and his twin brother Wallace were born into a tight-knit family in Fort Worth, Texas. Growing up in the post-World War II era, the brothers were influenced by gospel, jazz, doo-wop, and the burgeoning sounds of rhythm and blues. Their household was filled with music, and from a young age, they harmonized effortlessly, something only identical twins could perfect so naturally. The brothers attended local schools in Fort Worth, where their talents were evident in school, choirs and community talent shows. Music became their language of expression, and their synergy was undeniable. The Scott twins eventually moved to Los Angeles, California, in the early 1960s, seeking greater opportunities in the music industry. Formation of the Whispers in 1963. Walter and Wallace Scott, along with Marcus Hudson, Nicholas Caldwell, and Gordy Harmon, formed the Whispers in Watts, Los Angeles. Their name came from a suggestion by a friend who noted the group's smooth, quiet harmonies. The Whispers quickly gained popularity in the local nightclub scene and began recording for small independent labels. Their early years were marked by modest hits and a growing reputation for polished stage performances. Walter, with his soft yet commanding baritone, was integral to the group's harmonies. As co-lead vocalist with his brother Scotty, Walter delivered heartfelt ballads and soulful anthems with grace, always prioritizing harmony and ensemble work over individual glory. Breakthrough and rise to fame. The Whispers' big break came in the late 1970s and early 1980s, when they signed with Solar Records, Sound of Los Angeles Records. Under the guidance of producer Leon Silvers III, the group released a string of chart-topping hits that blended R&B, disco, and soul. Their self-titled 1979 album featured the hit single "And the Beat Goes On," which became a signature track, showcasing Walter and Wallace's vocal unity. Throughout the 1980s, the Whispers achieved major commercial success with albums like Imagination 1980, Love Is Where You Find It 1981, and Love for Love 1983. Songs like Rock Steady, Lady, It's a Love Thing, and Keep On Lovin' Me solidified their position as R&B royalty. Walter's deep vocal timbre and smooth delivery complemented Wallace's falsetto, giving the group a dynamic sound that was instantly recognizable. Walter was not just a performer, he was a musical craftsman who contributed to arrangements, vocal blends, and the group's overall sonic identity. Personal life and values. Walter Scott Jr. was known not only for his musical talent, but also for his humility and strong personal values. A devout family man, he kept his private life relatively low-key, preferring to let his music speak for him. He was deeply spiritual and grounded, qualities that helped him navigate the volatile entertainment industry with integrity. Despite the fame and success, Walter remained committed to his brothers in the Whispers. The group's ability to stay together for over 5 decades without major internal conflict was a testament to the respect and love they had for one another. Walter was often seen as the quiet anchor, steady and composed, providing balance within the group dynamic. Legacy and influences. Whispers are considered one of the most enduring and consistent groups in the history of R&B music. With over 40 charted hits, more than a dozen gold and platinum albums, and millions of records sold, their contribution to music is immense. Walter Scott Jr.'s voice became a cornerstone of that legacy. The group's influence spans generations, with their music sampled and covered by countless artists. Walter's influence extended beyond just R&B, reaching into hip-hop and pop. His meticulous approach to harmony inspired vocalists and producers alike. In 2003, the Whispers were inducted into the Vocal Group Hall of Fame, and they received the NAACP Image Award for Lifetime Achievement. Walter and Wallace, often referred to as the heart of the Whispers, continued to tour well into their later years. consistently delivering soul-stirring performances. Later years, and continued performances in the 2000s and 2010s, Walter and the Whispers enjoyed renewed appreciation from younger audiences and longtime fans alike. They remained active performers, frequently touring and participating in soul music festivals and old-school R&B events. Walter's vocal abilities remained remarkably intact, a testament to his discipline and love for the craft. Walter also participated in philanthropic efforts, supporting music education programs and performing at benefit concerts. His passion for preserving classic R&B and mentoring young artists reflected his dedication to the future of music. Twin bond with Wallace. Scotty. Few stories in music are as uniquely beautiful as the bond between Walter and Wallace. Scott, their twinship wasn't just genetic, it was musical and spiritual. Fans often marveled at how seamlessly they sang together, often finishing each other's phrases or moving in identical sync on stage. The brothers lived near each other in Fort Worth during their later years and remained inseparable until the end. Interviews over the years showcased their admiration for each other, with Walter often crediting Scotty as the more extroverted twin, while he played the quieter, grounded role. Their simultaneous passing on June 26, 2025, was both heartbreaking and poetic, as they had entered the world together and created beauty side by side for 81 years. They also left together, leaving behind a powerful legacy of brotherhood, unity, and enduring music. Illness and passing in their final year. Walter and Wallace had begun to scale back their appearances due to health concerns. While the family did not initially disclose specifics, it was understood that age-related illnesses had slowed them down. Despite the physical limitations, the brothers continued to work on preserving their music catalog and mentoring upcoming artists behind the scenes. On June 26, 2025, Walter Scott Jr. passed away peacefully in Fort Worth, Texas, surrounded by family and loved ones. Remarkably, his twin Wallace Scotty Scott also passed on the same day, just hours apart. The music world was stunned, yet many fans and peers saw it as a fitting and sacred closure to a shared life of purpose and passion. Funeral and tributes. The joint memorial service for the Scott twins drew fans, fellow musicians, and industry veterans from across the globe. Held in Los Angeles and streamed online, the tribute featured performances of their greatest hits by artists they had influenced over the years. Statements from major figures in the music world flooded social media. Legends like Gladys Knight, Charlie Wilson, and Ronnie Lee praised Walter's humility, technical precision, and unwavering commitment to the art. Younger artists like Bruno Mars and John Legend acknowledged the brothers' influence on their own vocal styling and showmanship. Walter Scott Jr. lived a life defined by musical excellence, devotion to family, and artistic unity. His contribution to R&B through the Whispers remains one of the genre's most treasured gifts, with a voice that soothed hearts and a spirit that brought harmony wherever he went. Walter's legacy is everlasting. Together with his twin Wallace, he built something rare, an unbreakable bond, not just of brotherhood, but of sound, soul, and sincerity. Their music will forever echo in the halls of soul history, reminding future generations that true harmony begins with love, respect, and unity. If you enjoyed this biography of Walter Scott Jr., please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more inspiring life stories of legendary artists.